You're watching ABC7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. Nearly every morning and evening during the work week, drivers can come to a stop on Manatee County's DeSoto Bridge, which connects Bradenton and Palmetto.
State transportation planners are suggesting building a flyover to fix the traffic problem. And this morning, officials and community members had their say on the idea. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo joins us live tonight with why some people are opposed to it. Dwayne?
Well, Jacqueline, Scott, anyone trying to get across the Manatee River from 4 to 7 p.m. can speak on the headaches and the gridlock while trying to get across. But when it comes to addressing the issue, residents in Manatee County are against one idea.
It's one of the 10 options on the table that will be studied as the best alternative to replace the DeSoto Bridge.
One option to study further would be an elevated throughway that would do grade separation on both sides of the river.
Executive Director of the Sarasota Manatee Planning Organization, David Hutchinson, says a future project development and environmental study, or PD&E, will eventually decide the outcome. It's a study set to be funded in 2023 for a project that will cost roughly $140 million. Hutchinson says officials will have a better understanding of what will work best after this PD&E study is conducted.
It conducts studies in a much greater depth than have been conducted to date with regards to, economic impacts, noise impacts, right-of-way needs, if any, and all of those things have not been addressed to date.
But Manatee County NAACP President Rodney Jones calls it one of the most destructive plans he's ever seen. He says this flyover plan would cause irreparable damage in the community located on the Bradenton side.
We've already got First Street here that's very busy, so then you put an elevated structure on top of it. It completely breaks down the fiber of the community. Completely. It separates it, it divides it. Within a quarter-mile ring of here, we've got 13 historically black churches. Been no consideration of that.
And on the other side of the Manatee River, the affluent Riviera Dunes community, with more than 1,200 residents collectively, wants the powers that be to consider other options.
Studies have shown that the flyover divides communities. Not only does it divide communities, but it impedes future development.
President of the Riviera Dunes Homeowners Association, Shay Hawkenberry, says this plan would also decimate businesses on both sides of the river.
Riviera Dunes is the largest tax base for the city of Palmetto. This is our money, and we want to make sure that they don't use that money to build a $100 million bridge that they already know has been a failure in the past.
The Sarasota Manatee MPO says they'll have multiple meetings with the community before and after this PD&E study before any type of decision is made. Reporting live in Manatee County, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
Okay, thank you, Dwayne. The city of Venice is looking to do more to keep people safe after several recent bicycle-related deaths in and around the city. Florida leads the nation when it comes to fatalities for bicyclists. Sarasota County is the home of the Legacy Trail, which is a popular destination for bike riders. The area is considered safe, but some say the problem points to a need for wider sidewalks in other parts of Venice. The Venice City Council is now meeting in a few weeks with the Sarasota Manatee Metropolitan Planning Organization to talk about a possible expansion.
An update now, the future of the Anna Maria Island City Pier. A demolition contract was signed on June 6th, and the city says demolition work and demobilization will be complete by September 30th. The engineering and design of the pier platform is about 75% done right now, and construction is expected to be complete by the end of next year. Of course, that pier, it's pretty old, first off, but it took a beating during Hurricane Irma, and it's been closed since then.
All right. Well, let's head over to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our first alert forecast this evening. Bob, what can you tell us?
Good afternoon, everyone. A beautiful, warm day it has been. Temperatures soaring into the low 90s with heat indices up near 100 to 105 degrees this afternoon. Same as it was yesterday, too. There are some cooling showers advancing in some areas right now from the northeast to the southwest. And we had one lone shower move over Siesta Key temporarily, and got the streets a little wet there, but now that has since moved on. These showers really not showing much punch in terms of them intensifying. They're moving at a pretty good clip from the northeast to the southwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour. chance we could see a little heavier activity near the coast, but that's not all that high. People are going to get some brief downpours, though, from this, anywhere from Inglewood up toward Siesta Key again, with a few showers there. These storms here east of Northport and Port Charlotte have been a little stronger as they, again, are moving off toward more so Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte. Siesta Key, there it goes. Boom, was around. Came through, cooled you off, and now it's just a steamy there with that sun coming back out and evaporating all that rainfall and then causing the humidity to stay a little higher there. And you can see these showers, as I said, don't have much punch to them as they're heading off to the west. Currently, it's still hot, 99 degrees, and the temperature 89, and that's because the dew point still very high at 75 degrees. We'll have a look at our changing forecast for this weekend. We go from dry to wet. Coming up a little bit later. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Record-breaking weather across the country today, from floods in Michigan to heat advisories elsewhere. Places like Indianapolis feeling like 100 degrees today. ABC's Maggie Rulli joins us from the Jersey Shore, where temperatures are also nearing 100 degrees.
Record-breaking floods and record-breaking heat are affecting millions across the country.
It's hot, but I'm loving it. I love the summer. I love the heat. It's like the best day to be outside.
In the Midwest, rain is still falling, piling onto a weekend of torrential downpours. This drone video out of Michigan shows unthinkable damage, flooding wiping out this road, sinkholes devouring this Taco Bell sign. This road gets washed away, leaving behind what looks like an open river. Emergency services are reporting more than 60 sinkholes and washouts. The extreme weather reaching as far as Wyoming, where hail pounded Cheyenne, bouncing off windshields and blanketing this highway. And there is no end in sight. Flood watches remain in effect throughout the Midwest, and rain is expected to continue through Thursday. Meanwhile, the country is getting hit with another extreme, scorching high temperatures.
It's hot like lava.
Some parts of the Midwest hit record highs this weekend, and now the heat is moving east. 18 states from Kansas to Maine are under some form of heat advisory or warning, with temps soaring to 100 degrees and beyond.
And that's exactly what it's feeling like out right now here in New Jersey. With humidity, it's like it's 100 degrees out here. Some nearby schools even had to shut down early because of the heat. But we do have a break in our near future. For most areas of the country, temps are expected to start dropping tomorrow. In Asbury Park, New Jersey, Maggie Rulli, ABC News.
Well, will the blue wave crash on the shores of the Sun Coast? Tonight, ABC7 at 7 looks at the race for Congress in the 16th Congressional District. Alan Cohn joins us now with more details. Alan?
Jacqueline, we keep on hearing about the so-called impending blue wave. The fact is, in midterm elections, the party out of power usually picks up seats, and Donald Trump is doing a pretty good job motivating Democrats. But is that enough to beat Vern Buchanan? He has been in office for 12 years. While Democrats are targeting the seat and raising money, the independently wealthy Buchanan is flooding the airwaves early, trying to claim he is independent and loves the environment and isn't too concerned about that blue wave.
Trump won the overall district at 10, only won that portion at 4. I won the last couple of races, 20 points plus, so I don't think it's a factor.
We are looking at the race and meeting the two Democrats who are vying to take him on. Coming up at 7. Back to you.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you so much, Alan. Follow up now on a high school racing team that recently competed in the U.S. National Finals for Formula One in schools. After 3 days of competition in Texas, the Perspective team, comprised of 7 Manatee County students, won second in the nation. Representing the state of Florida, Perspective competed against 18 of the best teams from across the continent in challenges of business, marketing, and engineering. As one of the top 2 teams from the national final, Perspective has qualified now for the World Final, which will take place in Singapore this September, where they have a Formula One race, and they'll be there for that weekend.
Wow.
Pretty exciting.
Pretty impressive.
Good luck to them. Still to come tonight in your Suncoast News.
State and local governments have proposed text warning labels on sugary drinks, but do they change their habits? A new study says they might. We'll have details when we return.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991. Now, in one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
With summer on the horizon, cold, sugary drinks are poolside and at the beach. It's pretty much agreed that they're not good for you. Here's ABC's Stephanie Ramos with what can be done to change those bad habits.
Sugary drinks. They taste good, right? Well, the definition of added sugar is contributing to major health problems like obesity and diabetes. Knowing this, state and local governments have proposed text warning labels on sodas, but do they change the habits? Warning labels that include photos linking sugary drinks to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and tooth decay did a better job in reducing purchases of drinks, according to a study out of Harvard. In a field study done in the hospital cafeteria, researchers tested the effectiveness of those warning labels, pictures, versus text labels using words, calorie labels, or no labels at all on sugary drinks. By the way, those sugary drinks have more than 12 grams of sugar in a serving. During the weeks when the picture warnings were shown, the amount of sugary drinks purchased in the cafeteria dipped by almost 15%, and sales of bottled water went up. The text warnings and calorie labels didn't help change behavior or affect sales. In a follow-up questionnaire, people were asked how they felt. The graphic photos increased negative feelings towards sugary drinks and made people think twice about their health. This was a small study at a single site and may not be applicable to other areas since a hospital setting may make people more health aware. Future research still needs to be done to see if this will hold true over time. Graphic warning labels may be the next tool to help people put down that sugary drink. With this Medical Minute, I'm Stephanie Ramos.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
How apropos on this photo coming up right here. This is at Hidden River Trail, and get a look right in the center of your screen. There's something hiding right there. That is an alligator. That's right, just underneath that palm frond in the middle of the screen there. This by Kevin. This just lets you know this is close to the trail, so be advised, walking your pets, your dog right there, they can jump very quickly, as we saw a week ago with that young lady. Here's what's happening. Casey Key webcam showing flat, calm seas out there, pretty quiet, and the winds have been really light, not much of a wind at all, and so it looks like seas will remain less than 2 feet for boaters over the upcoming days. Well, we talked about it last week. I want to show you something going on with this little tropical system. It had flared up just to the east of the Yucatan Peninsula. It was forecast to move off to the northwest. Well, it has. And unfortunately for Texas and from Houston again down to Mexico, dangerous, life-threatening mudslides are anticipated there over the next 5 days as a result of that heavy rainfall that's not expected to move much. As I mentioned, onshore flow, and that's the kind of thing that's kind of worrisome because it's not really a tropical storm and people don't take it too seriously, but if it sticks around long enough, it brings rainfall rates and up to 2-3 inches an hour, and for 5 days a week you can get quite a bit of rain. Again, there it is. You can see the spin and rotation right there. Thankfully, it looks like it is moving off to the north, but still there's a lot of moisture behind it and expected to kind of meander down there in the western portion of the Gulf of Mexico. We don't expect much development, but look at all this rain heading toward Port Arthur, also into Houston, and that will go on for a couple of days at least. For us, we're looking at some drier air in the upper levels of the atmosphere coming in throughout the day on Tuesday and Wednesday. Right now, that northeast wind bringing some pretty big storms now to Wauchula. You can see that activity, some lightning there. A brief shower at Siesta Key earlier. Some more rain headed toward Venice right now. I expect a brief shower. An occasional lightning strike is possible with that cell in the next, looks like half hour to 45 minutes as it traverses toward Venice and Nokomis. Also near Peace River Shores, getting some rain. Punta Gorda, some lightning strikes there. We did have some rain earlier right there at Siesta Key. That has since moved on. But we could still see a lone shower here. Through the 9 o'clock hour, I believe we'll see some scattered showers around, and then most of the activity should be out into the Gulf of Mexico. Futurecast is showing that tonight, too. Most of the storms winding down, and then tomorrow we'll start off dry. Lots of sunshine. It will be another hot day. Winds will be generally out of the east with a little west coast sea breeze developing. Some storms to the north of us, but not much. You'll notice the coverage not all that great tomorrow, so our rain chances really drop on Tuesday, Wednesday, and even into Thursday, although we start to see a little bit more activity developing on Thursday. Our better chances come later this week. 95 right now in Tallahassee. It's 86 degrees in Jacksonville. Temperatures still all in the low 90s with the exception of Cortez right there in the water. The Gulf water temperature now at 87. For boaters, it looks quiet out there except for maybe an occasional shower or two late in the day. Seas will be running less than 2 feet and smooth conditions on the bays and inland waters. The forecast then calling for not a 200% chance, but 20 on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday still at 20. That's when summer officially moves on in. Just after 6 o'clock in the morning, and then 40% chance for scattered storms right through the weekend and beyond. So we'll start to get into a little pattern of more afternoon and evening thunderstorms, gathering about a little bit more concentrated areas of showers and storms as well. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. Right now, the northbound lanes of US 301 heading over the DeSoto Bridge are backed up, but the southbound lanes are looking clear. Scott?
Thanks, Jacqueline. Coffee shops seem to have a knack lately for getting into hot water over charges of racism. A sign in the window of a Dunkin' Donuts in Baltimore creating some controversy for the company. The sign reads, quote, "If you hear any of our staff shouting in a language other than English, please call immediately with the name of the employee to receive a coupon for free coffee and a pastry." Well, the reaction on Twitter was swift and harsh, as you might imagine. The corporate office says the sign was posted by their general manager based on her own personal judgment, and the franchisee determined her approach was inappropriate, and the sign has been since removed. Looks like April was a good month for the airline industry. Today, the Transportation Department announcing consumer complaints against airlines were down. The report showing in April, consumers filed just a little more than 1,100 complaints with the department about airline service. That is a nearly 40% dip from filings the same month a year earlier. Fewer people also reported mishandled bags. The report also found airlines improved luggage handling and canceled fewer flights in the month of April.
The world's biggest advertiser, Procter & Gamble, is pushing for gender equality in the advertisement business. The consumer products company makes products including Tide, Bounty, Old Spice, Pampers, and Gillette. P&G set a goal today to have women direct at least half its commercials by 2023. Women currently direct only 10% of commercials. P&G, which spends $7 billion a year on ads, also committed to pushing for gender equality in top marketing and creative jobs at advertising agencies. P&G is teaming up with Queen Latifah and Katie Couric as part of its initiative.
Sometimes unlimited can mean very different things for cell phone users. For example, some of the latest unlimited plans from two of the country's biggest wireless carriers. Verizon recently rolled out what it calls the above limited plan, which lets you use more data before your download speeds are cut. And then there's Sprint's recent $15 a month unlimited Kickstart plan, which stripped out features like tethering. That deal ended last week.
Well, entertainment news is coming up next. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, Mom.
Amanda's mom's appointment just got rescheduled for today. Amanda needs right at home. Our customized care plan provides as much or as little help as her mom requires, whether it's a ride to the doctor or help around the house.
Oh, of course. Tom, I am really sorry. I've got to go.
Look, call right at home. Get the right care right at home.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
When ABC7 declares a first alert weather day, it means we can expect major changes to weather conditions here along the Sun Coast.
It means there could be severe, potentially dangerous weather ahead.
We tell you when a first alert weather day is coming because we want you to be prepared.
A first alert weather day is an advance warning. We'll let you know about any changes in the weather when the first signs appear.
ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
For the first time since Meghan Markle became a royal princess, her father, Thomas Markle, is now speaking out.
He discussed everything from the royal wedding to Prince Harry and those staged paparazzi photos. He spoke about the pain of missing out and not getting to walk his daughter down the aisle.
I can't think of a better replacement than someone like Prince Charles. He looked very handsome, and my daughter looked beautiful with him. I was jealous. I wish I had been there. I wish it had been me. But thank God he was there, and thank him for that.
Now, before the wedding, Thomas was caught posing for tabloid photos and today admitted that that was a mistake. Markle also explained how he first learned about the royal romance. Meghan called to tell him that she had a boyfriend. In a second call, informed him that he was British, and then in a third call, explained that it actually was Prince Harry.
Incredibles 2 demolished the domestic opening record for an animated feature, $180 million. That's $45 million more than the previous record holder, 2016's Finding Dory. It's also the 8th biggest domestic opening for any film ever. But Disney is issuing an unprecedented warning to viewers of the film. It involves a scene with a villain named Screenslaver that features a series of bright flashing lights. The warning comes after some people posted concerns on social media that moviegoers with a type of epilepsy could be at risk. But there have been no confirmed reports of any seizures observed after anyone watched the film.
Well, a former Suncoast resident has a new film in theaters right now. Rob McKittrick, a Florida native who grew up in Bradenton, is the co-writer of the comedy Tag, the real-life story of a group of friends who play a month-long game of tag each year. McKittrick is best known for Waiting, a 2005 film based off of his real-life experiences waiting tables in Florida, a film he not only wrote but directed as well.
Beyonce and Jay-Z surprised everyone over the weekend by releasing their long-awaited joint album. It's titled Everything Is Love, and the 9-track project is credited to the Carters. Sean Carter, of course, is Jay-Z's birth name. Also out is a video for one of the tracks shot in the Louvre Museum in Paris. For now, Everything Is Love is available only on Jay-Z's Tidal streaming service.
An African elephant that once lived on Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch made a not-so-smooth criminal escape. Ali, the elephant, got out of his enclosure at a Florida zoo on Sunday. The elephant was able to be brought back to his pen with only verbal commands and hay. Now, there was never any danger to the public. Zoo officials said the incident was a result of human error. The elephant came to the zoo in 1997 from Jackson's Neverland Ranch. He is estimated to be 28 years old and is an extremely good-natured bull elephant. Pretty cute as well.
Yes, it is. We'll be right back with more news. Stay with us.